Today is my birthday, my 50th birthday. Half 100 years old, half a century. How crazy is that? Can't believe time has flown so fast that I'm 50. And now I get to look back on my 50 years with you in this video. A little summary of George over half a century. Even Google, when I logged in today, I got a little balloons. If you look in the top right corner here, you see those little balloons? Even Google remembered my birthday. So guys, what have we done in 50 years? This is what most of you know me for, freedom. For the Freedom Family, where we all help each other grow together as a family. Well, that's still going on. We started this in 2013, 12 years ago, and it's still going today. But of course, there's a lot more over 50 years than just one product. We also started Heartbeat, guys. Look at this. This is more recent. Heartbeat is our BHAG, our big, hairy, audacious goal that we want to become a successful platform for you. All of you. We're building it for you guys. What is Heartbeat? An awesome multi-format publishing platform built for all creators like you to create and monetize your favorite moments on YouTube, where you can flex your writing muscles, upload photos, write interactive riddles. This is a new one. What platform lets you write riddles, especially interactive ones, and so much more. So guys, you know YouTube. It's for videos. That's it. You know Wikipedia. It's for reading and writing, and that's it. Then you know Instagram. It's for photos. Well, they've added video, but they're mainly known for their photos. Heartbeat is YouTube, plus Wikipedia, plus Instagram, plus payments. What's the payments part? Because Heartbeat pays you for creating quality content, even if it gets no views. So this is what we are building now, guys. If you want to learn more, click the link down there in the description below, which will take you to this page, where you'll learn all about what you can create on Heartbeat, what is quality content, and all of our Heartbeat domains. These are new, guys. Have you seen heartbeat.music, heartbeat.games? These are clickable links. You can try them right now, and you can see some great content. But note, all these Heartbeat domains currently redirect. In the future, they will be standalone websites that will be like music.youtube.com is a standalone YouTube site for music only. And of course, our mission, very simple. Create, learn, and earn. What I mean by that is you create on Heartbeat, you learn on Heartbeat, like at YouTube or Heartbeat for Education, and you earn by creating quality content on Heartbeat, even if it gets no views. Why do we do that, guys? Because we invest in you. Heartbeat pays you even if we don't make any money yet, because you got no views, from your content. Why? Because we want to encourage you, inspire you, motivate you to keep creating great content. Because if we don't pay you, you'll give up. That's the biggest problem on YouTube. A lot of aspiring creators just give up because they can't afford to do it. They have to earn some money to finance their hobby, which will hopefully become a career. So Heartbeat shortcuts that, and it pays you for creating quality content, even if it gets no views, so that you can stay motivated and improve your craft, create more content that will eventually get you views and make you money. But you'll earn right from your first piece of content. That's the brand promise of Heartbeat. Now guys, come on. It's not for bots, it's not for scripts. This has to be you creating the content. Don't use AI, don't use anything but your ingenuity, your brain. Heartbeat is for humans. It's not for bots. All right. So some of the things I loved growing up as a kid is right here on Heartbeat. Farscape. How many of you know Farscape? It's right on Heartbeat by clicking here. Let me click it for you. This is all the episodes of Farscape from the season 1, episode 1, and they're full episodes, not just a little like summary from the pilot, and every 22 episodes in season 1, 22 episodes in season 2. Everything is right here. And I included my memorable moments, this is the power of Heartbeat, for each episode as I rewatched them. Here are all my moments. And I encourage you to watch this as well. It's very cool stuff. Let's go back to some other content I grew up on as a kid. Star Blazers. This was published in 1979. I was only born in 1975, but I watched this when I was probably 10 years old, and I loved it so much. I'm so happy to say it's back, and it's on Heartbeat. Star Blazers is an American animated television series adaptation of the Japanese anime Space Battleship Yamato. And you can read about it here. You can watch the episodes. Here's the full Season 1, Episode 1, Season 1, Episode 2, and so on. It's pretty cool that we can now collect all this content on Heartbeat with the favorite moments. See, these are the moments from like the asteroid ring, from the Battle of Gamelon. And I encourage you to try clicking these timestamps to experience it yourself. Simply start by clicking the link down there in the description below to take you to this About page right here, and just scroll down and click on anything that catches your interest, like Farscape, like Star Blazers, like the New World soundtrack. This is another amazing piece of music that I discovered when I played New World for the first time, and it's just incredible. Again, we'll click it so you can see it, but I encourage you to experience it yourself. I won't play it for you on this video, but here it is. All of the entire, first we start with my favorite moments from the soundtrack, and then all of the tracks, the entire 35, all 35 tracks from the whole soundtrack. And there's some behind the scenes, expansions of the title. Oh, this is the expansion, New World expansion, the title screen from that, expansion soundtracks, and so on. So this is all very well organized, very good quality content on Heartbeat. Now you can create this yourself, guys. Heartbeat is not just for you to enjoy. Just sign in and create content. You have the power to write, to make moments, to create riddles, trivia. You'll be able to write games in the future. Not yet, but we are building a gaming element called Heartbeat Games that you'll be able to use to create your own games, and so much more. We're going to add podcasts. We're going to add many more formats. It's called a multi-format publishing platform for a reason. It's not just one thing. And as we say here, Heartbeat is for humans, no AI or bots allowed. I am getting very tired of seeing so much AI content on YouTube. It's getting pretty good to the point where sometimes I have to take a look to make sure it's AI, but it's just garbage content, guys. The AI stuff is just wasting our time. It is not human content. Human content actually teaches you something. AI content is just for sexy women and trying to shock and awe you and doesn't have any story behind it. So let's stop consuming it and let's start collecting the best of the world's content on Heartbeat. That's our mission, guys. If you scroll up here a little bit, you can see, that's our vision, guys. Heartbeat surfaces the best of the world's content, the moments that matter to you, to me, to everybody. And then you add to the world's content by creating on Heartbeat your favorite YouTube moments, writings, riddles, photos, every format in a multi-format publishing platform supported by Heartbeat. So share your favorites and monetize everything you create or curate. That's the difference, guys. Not only can you create, you can curate, which means collect your favorite moments from other people's work and collect them in your Heartbeat. You get paid for that too, as long as it's quality content, not just some random stuff you threw up just because you can. Collect your favorite moments as you watch them on YouTube. Just press the H key. We have videos all about that. You can learn about it from this About page, see? How do you do it? Created using Heartbeat Moments on YouTube. Just click this link and get started. How do you write? Simply click How to Viki to get started. Everything you need to know about how to use Heartbeat is right here. Just read it and watch it. All right. So before freedom, before Heartbeat, what was I? Well, my brother sent me a memorable quote that he said I told him when we were really young, like teenagers, which was, "The one thing you never get back is time. Time is your most precious asset. Use it wisely. Now, when we're young, we don't care, right? We have all the time in the world. We're indestructible. As you get older, you start to appreciate the value of time and how precious it truly is. Now that I'm 50 years old, it's also much more important for me to spend my next 50 years more productively than I spent my previous 50 years. Why? Because this is the last 50 years I'm going to have, I think, unless, something amazing happens with technology, which may, to extend our lifespan. I don't expect to live longer than 100, maybe not even 100. Let's see. But my point is, time is the one thing you never get back, so you better use it wisely, productively. Ask yourself, is this a good use of my time, whatever it is you're doing right now? And if it's not, just think of something else to do that's more productive. Instead of watching that show, go for a jog. Instead of, going to the movies, read a book. There's always something else you could be doing that's probably more productive than what you're currently doing or planning to do. Just ask yourself that question. Is what I'm doing a good use of my time? So yeah, before Freedom, we were building websites and wikis. If you remember the GameNet, if you remember TGN, if you remember all the things we did on YouTube. And before that, I was building FromAnywhere.com. I was building Asia from Anywhere. I went to Taiwan to visit Sun Yanzi, Stephanie Sun, a famous singer-songwriter that I was trying to promote outside of Asia because all of her marketing material was in Chinese, yet she sang in English, cover songs. And I met with her manager, what was her name? Marsha Tan in Singapore in person. I met with her record label, EMI Records in Taiwan. And sadly, they didn't accept my proposal. I never got the job. But the joke is, didn't get the job, but I got the girl. Not Stephanie Sun, but Xenia Wang. And she became my wife. We met in Taiwan because of this journey of mine where I had this idea to promote Asian singers outside of Asia who sang in English but had no English marketing material. So I met her in person in Taiwan. We got to know each other. I did some chasing. I had to chase her a bit to make, to get her to feel the same way I felt about her. But it was a successful chase, I think. We have 4 beautiful daughters now. We've been married 16 years. And that all started from this idea of traveling halfway around the world. I was living in San Francisco at the time, in the US. I went on a trip, on a jet plane to Taiwan to do my entrepreneurial pursuit, trying to build a business in music, which failed. But as I said, I got the girl and we got married and had 4 kids out of that. Now, I kept trying the businesses. I tried many different ways of making money until finally YouTube worked. YouTube became my success story after 4 or 5 failures. And Freedom was our first big success. We grew that into an amazing YouTube multi-channel network. And then we created Freedom Games, which is the game publishing business where we sold video games. Instead of helping YouTubers grow, we were helping game developers grow and get successful selling their video games on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch. That business is still going strong, and I encourage you to check it out. The original website was freedom.gg, but now it is indie.io. And before that, let's see. I had my university degrees. I did a double major in mathematics and computer science from Simon Fraser University, graduating in 1998. That's right. Then I went to work for Microsoft. I actually built Hotmail, well, parts of Hotmail. I was working on the shared controls team. Things like the headers, the footers, and menus, and rich text editors. Those were components I wrote at Microsoft in Redmond, Washington. I actually moved and lived in Redmond, Washington. I bought a townhouse and lived there, went to work every day in the Microsoft headquarters along with 50,000 other people that Microsoft employs. And this was back in 2006 where I was building parts of Hotmail. So, my code isn't, I'm sure they rewrote Hotmail so many times since I left. I can't say that's my code running on Hotmail today, but I could have said that back in 2006. But yeah, after that, I moved to San Francisco. I worked at ask.com, like a smaller version of Microsoft. And then I finally quit my employments, my job careers, and decided to become an entrepreneur. That's when I moved to Asia I didn't move. I visited Taiwan, Singapore, Hong Kong to pursue some business ideas. And then we moved back to Canada. At the time, that was then my wife and I, and we had our first baby, Avienda. We were living in a house we were renting, and that didn't work out, so we moved back home to mom and dad because we ran out of money, and we had to, I wasn't making much money at that time, so we had to save costs. So, hi, mom and dad, I left, now I'm back, but I have a wife and a baby now. Surprise! Does that sound familiar? Is that any of your stories, guys? Well, long story short, when I was much younger, as a teenager, I did very well in school. I studied hard, got good grades. I was very independent. I got my own paper routes to make my own money. I started selling computer hardware as JBC Marketing, and I, made $20-30 on every sale for every hard drive or every video card I sold. I put together computers. So yeah, from an early age, I was trying to earn money as an entrepreneur, but it really wasn't until 2013, December 1st, which is when we launched Freedom, that I finally found something that made a good amount of money, enough for me to live and not have to borrow money from mom and dad to make ends meet. Yeah, so Freedom became our first success. Then Freedom Games is successful. And Heartbeat, we hope, will become successful. As I said, that's our BHAG, big, hairy, audacious goal. So I'd love to hear from you guys. What's your story? How has your life grown, evolved, changed over time? I'm sure it's an amazing journey. Nothing you can predict at the beginning. I thought I was going to be a high school math teacher. That was my plan when I entered university. I started with the goal of teaching high school math. Never did that. Ended up doing computer science and math, and then I ended up working at Microsoft. How's that compared to teaching in high school? Very different, right? You never know where life takes you. Life is a journey. The journey is what matters. There is no destination that you know about. The destination changes. That's okay. That's part of what makes life fun. The unknown, the exploration, the spirit of just finding out day over day, changing your opinion on things, changing your desires, and eventually you end up somewhere. That today, for me, is right here in Dubai, making this video to share with you a little bit of my life story to get to 50 years on this planet Earth. So let's see what the next 50 will bring. Until the next episode, I am George, CEO and founder of Heartbeat, Freedom, TGN, bunch of other businesses in the past that didn't go anywhere. And let's see if Heartbeat can become the next best publishing platform in the world. Check it out at www.h.ki, just 3 letters, h.ki. And yeah, tell us what you think down there in the comments below. Till the next episode, big hugs from everybody, and we'll see you next time. I am George, and you've been watching.
Ooh, you dreaming about love. Yeah.
Click that I to partner with Freedom and join the Freedom family so we can all grow together. You get many perks like position music. You also get Epidemic Sound, a lot of other access to royalty-free videos, sponsorships, and many things to help you grow. Just click the links down there in the description below to get involved in our community, our forums, our Discord chat servers, meet our graphics team, meet our community team, all of that on Discord and the forums. What are you waiting for? Get started. And we will grow together as a family, because this is the Freedom Family. You are part of it, we are all part of it, and we're all growing together. To get more George, click that big F. That will subscribe you to Freedom Central, home of The George Show. And PewDiePie gave one of you, Freedom Family, a big shout out. Click that video to see the shout out and to see our new 3D sets for you. And click that video to see what YouTube recommends you watch next.